back to Dreamers. I know we have the different Dreamers Act and all those things. I won't dive too deep into that, but I like how you said see beyond. So it was this one speaker who was talking about, based off of where he grew up at, he loved books because in books he could see other different great pictures and imagine him one day being in that picture. It allowed him to see beyond. Was that for you as well? Like being able to see books as well?
Yeah, and it wasn't just books. See, I always laugh when people say, what's wrong with guys today is that they play video games. When I hear that, I look at the person like, you're an idiot. And I hold by that. Because I think I'll give you 2 points. One is, video games were one of the ways that I was able to see beyond. Like when I was a little kid and I'm tired of getting beaten down and beaten at home for not being street smart or whatever, I was playing Ninja Gaiden. I was playing these video games that taught me vocabulary, that taught me resilience. And I'm not talking like Halo where you die, you respawn. You die, you go all the way to the beginning of the game, and having that kind of ethic was a good analogy. It was an analogy to going through the New Orleans public school system, where every day you're getting beaten, literally, for doing the right thing. Video games allowed my brain to go somewhere else, be it a sci-fi world or an alien, it doesn't matter. It was my way of escaping, and I think it's that way for a lot of people too. The second part, where it comes to college admissions, is I'm the first one to go down a parent's throat if they say, my kid plays video games, I'm gonna try to make him stop, and I literally yell at them. I'm like, don't you dare. Like, you don't know what's going on. You know your kid could get a scholarship from that. So the kids start smiling, I'm like, I'm not BSing. Like, there's a reason the Army's trying to hire gamers. They literally are. There's a reason that finance companies are trying to too, because the ability to see in worlds that are not yours and to have that resilience and fight and fight and fight and fight, it's very rare to find. So for me, it was not just books, but it's also video games.
It's very interesting because you think about parenthood.
Yeah.
I know I'm a father.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, my daughter's not there yet in regards to, not even video games, but even to pick up a controller, even though she may try if she sees something, but don't know if it's a controller. But point being is, for parents out there that's even listening, that's a different perspective. And that's why I love about Who You Listening To, because now individuals get to listen to you and get a different perspective of maybe even their child playing video games, because it has been frowned upon. Let's be honest, and regardless of whatever culture, some cultures it is definitely frowned upon. Video games, and for you to say that it helped you in life as well, that's powerful, man.
It helps a lot of people get into big schools.
Wow.
No joke.
Explain more.
I'll give an example I'll hide some information, but it was a student who had a relatively low GPA and not much else going on. And after I'm like, okay, this person has spent 3 years doing something, because it's not his grades, and it's not the SAT. And I, use my cross-examination skills from being a debater. An hour and a half, I'm just like, you're not going to BS me. And he's like, I'm a pro-am Fortnite player. And he's ESL, he's English as a second language, and I'm thinking, dude, why didn't you say that an hour and a half ago? And that was the essay. It's like, because they learned English in part through Fortnite. They learned how to engage with other people and form collectives and such. And I'm like, it's not the Fortnite, it's what that represents, right? And I think what happens, and it happened in my family and culturally too, as a black boy, black man, we're so focused on appearance and performing and serving a role, but we're not thinking about the root of those things, right? And often it's that second part is what everyone's looking for. It's a real authentic, it's not what you do, it's how you do it and why you do it. So so if you're playing video games and you're just not showering and you're not doing anything else in life and you're not even dedicating yourself to the game, that's no points. But if there's an intention behind it, if you're approaching professional level, if you're learning things from it, if you're finding your community through it, like we all had to through COVID, that's a different conversation, but most people kind of hide behind their corners and hide behind social politics and all that other nonsense. And so they don't really see the root, what's really important.